Have you ever watched someone pick up a new skill or dive into a complex topic and thought, how in the world do they do that so quickly? We've all been there, scrolling through countless tutorials, cramming for exams, or trying to master that new hobby, only to find ourselves feeling overwhelmed and stuck. But what if I told you there's a way to learn anything faster, like genius level fast? Today we're looking at proven techniques that can transform how you absorb information and skills. Whether you want to ace that exam, become a pro at playing guitar, or even learn a new language, we've got you covered. So grab your notebook, get comfy, and let's unravel the keys to unlocking your inner genius together. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be ready to tackle any challenge that comes your way, like a true mastermind. First off, let's talk about why learning fast matters. In a world that's constantly changing, being able to adapt and pick up new skills quickly is like having a superpower. Think of someone like Tony Stark from Iron Man, the guy who builds a suit of armor in a cave with a box of scraps. He's not just smart, he's a master at learning fast, combining creativity and focus to solve problems on the fly. Or take Lisa Simpson from The Simpsons. She's always diving into new topics from saxophone to philosophy with relentless curiosity. You don't need to be a fictional genius to learn like one, but you do need a plan. So, how do you do it? Let's break it down into practical, actionable steps. The first key is to adopt a growth mindset. This is the belief that your abilities aren't fixed. You can improve at anything with effort and strategy. A study from Stanford University showed that people with a growth mindset learn faster because they embrace challenges and see mistakes as stepping stones, not roadblocks. So instead of saying, "I'm just not good at math," say, "I haven't mastered math yet." That one word, "yet," shifts your brain into learning mode. Try this. Next time you're stuck, pause and ask yourself, what can I learn from this mistake? It's like flipping a switch in your brain to keep pushing forward. Now, let's talk about focus and chunking. Your brain isn't built to cram everything at once. It's like trying to eat a whole pizza in one bite. Instead, break your learning into small, digestible chunks. For example, if you're learning guitar, don't aim to master a song in one go. Focus on one chord progression for 15 minutes, then move to the next. This ties into a concept called deliberate practice, where you zero in on specific skills and practice them intensely. A study from the University of Southern California found that deliberate practice can make you up to 10 times more efficient at learning complex tasks. So, pick one small piece of your goal, nail it, and build from there. What's one skill you're dying to learn right now? Drop it in the comments, I'd love to hear. Next up, leverage the Feynman technique. Named after the legendary physicist Richard Feynman, this method is pure gold for learning fast. Here's how it works. Pick a topic and explain it in simple terms, as if you're teaching a 10-year-old. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. This forces you to clarify your thinking and spot gaps in your knowledge. For example, if you're learning coding, try explaining what a for loop does without using jargon. You'll quickly see where you're shaky and can focus your study there. I use this all the time, and it's like a cheat code for understanding tough concepts. Let's keep the momentum going with spaced repetition. This is about reviewing information at increasing intervals to lock it into your long-term memory. Imagine you're learning Spanish vocabulary. Day 1, you study 10 words. Instead of cramming them every day, review them the next day, then 3 days later, then a week later. Apps like Anki or Quizlet can help you automate this, but even flashcards work. The science backs this up. Spaced repetition strengthens neural connections, making recall effortless over time. It's like watering a plant just enough to keep it thriving without drowning it. Another trick is to teach what you learn. This is a twist on the Feynman technique, but with a real audience. When you teach, you're forced to organize your thoughts and fill in any blanks, plus it boosts your confidence. Try this. After studying something new, share it with a friend, post about it online, or even make a quick video. Tony Stark didn't just build his suit, he explained his ideas to Jarvis, which probably helped him refine his designs. Teaching doesn't just help you, it inspires others too. So who could you share your new knowledge with? Maybe a co-worker or a family member? Now let's talk about visualization and mental models. Your brain loves images and stories, so use them to make learning stick. If you're studying history, don't just memorize dates. Picture the events like a movie in your head. For example, imagine the Battle of Waterloo with Napoleon pacing nervously as cannons roar. Or create mental models, simple frameworks to understand complex ideas. If you're learning economics, think of supply and demand as a tug of war between buyers and sellers. This approach helped Lisa Simpson ace her science fairs. She'd turn dry facts into vivid stories in her mind. Try sketching out a concept or narrating it like a story to make it unforgettable. Let's not forget the power of curiosity and context. Learning sticks better when you're genuinely interested or see how it applies to your life. If you're studying a new language, don't just memorize verbs. Watch a movie in that language or plan a trip where you'll use it. Curiosity fuels motivation, and motivation fuels learning. Tony Stark didn't build his suit because he had to. He was driven by the need to escape and protect others. Find your why for learning, and it'll keep you going even when it's tough. Speaking of tough, let's address the elephant in the room: distractions. In today's world, your phone's buzzing, notifications are popping, and it's easy to lose focus. Create a distraction-free zone for learning. Turn off notifications, set a timer for 25 minutes, hello Pomodoro technique, and dive in. Your brain needs deep focus to make connections, so give it that space. Pro tip: reward yourself after a focused session, maybe a coffee break or a quick episode of your favorite show. One last gem: sleep and exercise. Your brain consolidates what you learn during sleep, so pulling all-nighters is a losing game. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep to let your brain process and store new info. Exercise is just as crucial. It boosts blood flow to your brain, improving memory and focus. Even a 20-minute walk can make a difference. A study from the University of Illinois showed that regular physical activity enhances cognitive performance, especially for learning new skills. So, hit the gym or take a walk. It's like fertilizer for your brain. Grab a notebook and jot down one thing you want to learn in the next month. Then, pick one of these strategies, maybe the Feynman technique or spaced repetition, and commit to trying it this week. Trust me, taking that first step will get you hooked. Take one of these strategies and apply it today. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start small, start now.